Well, good evening, my gentle folk. Hope you're doing well this evening. Thank you so much for the subscription there. Blue, thank you for continuing for 3 months. Oh my goodness. Then I see, of course, Techno and Loca. My sis is here. Hey, Jericho. Welcome. You made it at the start of stream. I'm about to do some weird shit. I am concerned for my sanity in this one. Please help. Please send help. But yes, hi. Hope y'all are doing well. Hope you've had a good day. A good few days, actually. It's been a bit. I got a little sicky over the weekend, but while I am still fighting some congestion, I am here to hang out with all you wonderful people. So yeah. Let me go blunk with that. Away with you. I did. Away with you. Okay. Get that over there, because this is about to get highly unsettling. Very quickly. Alright. Like this, it sounds like you need all the help I can get. Yes!
Hello there.
Oh wait, hang on. Hang on. No one redeemed the throw yet. I gotta activate my throwing. Because I forgot to. Oh, hang on, actually. I forgot to activate my throwing. Okay, connect Twitch, because it never auto-connects. Okay. Okay, we're here. You guys can throw things at me now. What have I brought upon myself? Okay. Configuration. Ow. Okay, fair. Fair. I brought that upon myself. Ow. So yes, here we are. We're gonna grow Grandpa. Ow. As everyone throws things at me. I'm never telling you guys you can throw things at me again. Just gonna keep— ow! I'm gonna sip my coffee and cry. Okay. I know. Trust me, I know. Alright. Would you like to view the tutorial? Yes. This game is designed to be played with a mouse. The input required of you is based around clicking the mouse buttons. The right mouse button will change your cursor's image and function. Only when pointing, indicated by the extended index finger, can you, the player, interact with certain menu buttons and prompts. Please click below in the pointing mode to continue. Oh my god. I'm being so beaten up right now. But yes, hi. Oh, your highness, hello. Yes, we're gonna grow Grandpa. We're gonna grow a very creepy rendition of Grandpa in the basement. The second cursor mode is indicated by the cursor's image featuring a hand extending all fingers. Oh, okay. Pick up the piece of trash. Oh, okay. Basement Gramps' best cramps. Oh my god. Yeah, this game is going to be quite spooky. There'll be many situations in growing my grandpa that will require you to pick things up, place things, grab things, or give things. Don't be afraid to experiment and keep an open mind about using your hand. In order to expedite the cleaning process, you can use digits 1, 2, and 3 on your keyboard's number row at the top of the keyboard to reposition the trash can below. Try moving the can to the right of the screen. Okay. Video options. I already did that. Hovering over the small question mark. Okay. Thus is the tutorial. Okay. I mean, give me a sec. I'll put on my costume. One moment. Blunk. Blunk. And where's my flashlight? Where's my flashlight? There we go. The flashlight is here. We are prepared. This game does beat the spoops. I excused Adrian during music class today and spoke with her about her recent string of demerits. It was our first time meeting outside of our quarterly evaluations, and I believe it went well. I can certainly understand Mrs. Richardson's classroom observations concerning Adrian's emotional state. I do. Hi. It is a Final Fantasy XIV costume. She was, of course, intensely shy when we first met. As I understand, she is similarly withdrawn in her classroom activities and only speaks or acts when she absolutely must. Some things she simply will not do. Instead of participating in mandatory group activities, she will sit alone and accept that she will receive a demerit. Okay, this is going to be a lot of reading. Before the meeting, I read Mrs. Richardson's parent-teacher report, which allowed me to estimate some about Adrian's home life. The parents are well educated and come from a prestigious background, but they lack time to properly nurture Adrian. She is often alone, and when she is not, the parents seem to not understand the importance of warmth and affirmation when dealing with someone so young. Having two parents of this reserved and icy temperament exacts an inhibition in a child. The child's imagination is subdued, but only ostensibly, for it eventually finds its way into regular life. I surmised that I would be able to reach out to Adrian by way of make-believe. Okay, hello, you look kind of like Wednesday Addams, I guess? Maybe? Okay. Gonna take a sip of coffee before we get a bit more into this. Okay. How are you liking your new house? You've told me you used to live close by, but it can still be a big adjustment. A new room, a new school. The basement. I like that. The basement? Yeah, well, there's a lot of cool stuff. Mom and Dad sent me down there. Your mom and Dad made you go? Yeah, but there's lots of cool stuff. That's not why they sent me down there, though. Why did they send you down there? Fighting. They were fighting, shouting. I came in to help and they shouted at me. They said, go clean up downstairs, so I went. That sounds tough. Do they fight a lot? No, well, they, It's all right, Adrian. Maybe you can tell me more about the basement instead. Okay, well, it was weird down there at first. The stuff down there, but cool. I found something living, sort of. That's very interesting, Adrian. Please tell me more. By indulging her in her fantasies and stories, I was able to glean more of an understanding of Adrian's anxiety surrounding her home and parents. The symbols of Adrian's story seem to carry their own traumatic weight, and her exploration of the basement may very well be a vehicle for the conveyance of her anxiety. Whatever might come of our next meeting, whether she will engage in similar make-believe, I will set down her story here. Ah, yes, hold a flashlight in her face. She'll reveal the truth then. Where's the Batman? Adrian's story begins with her delving into the basement with a trash receptacle and the goal of cleaning up. She discovered one of the walls was covered in plastic bags. She went to investigate, intent on tearing away whatever they covered. Trash bags. Okay. Upon removing the plastic trash bags from the wall, she noticed their interior lining was covered in glass. Well, hi! Hey, Jovian, how are you? Hope you're doing well. And you're loving Persona 5 Royals so far? I'm glad to hear it, Ryan. It's always, that's good shit right there. We're about to start growing Grandpa. Happy to catch another one of your streams? Well, you've caught a very strange one. This is gonna be really weird. Oh my goodness. Okay, also, I just realized my costume is a tiny bit off here. So let me see. Monk. Boop, boop. There we go. As is my right. Fair. And I gave the Joker the most American name. Oh no. What did you do? Upon removing the plastic trash bags from the wall, she noticed their interior lining was covered in glass. Like a window, I offered. No, she said, like a mirror. Reflecting inward toward the animal they covered. I gently asked her what exactly this animal was. Here is where the material of reality in the story took a turn for the explicitly fantastic and imaginary. Oh! Oh. Much love, Cal, but I gotta go do unlife things. Please don't unlife. Please do not actually unlife. But thank you so much for coming by. It's always good to see you, Jericho. And John Ashton? Fair. Fair. I approve. You should have named him John Marston and gone Red Dead. Necromancer spotted? Yes. I'm a vampire. I'm always doing unlife things. Okay, fair. That is exceedingly fair. I can't argue that. Upon her discovery of it, at her gaze, it grew or extended its shaggy-haired self. Hair like the fur of a dog, I offered. No, she said. Not the fur of a dog, nor the hair on her head. It grew out towards her, the animal's hair reaching out. It was hard, standing almost straight like the hair on a brush. A bristle, I offered. Yes, she said. She was very afraid at first, but then very curious. I asked her what else was in the room. More things hidden away. She said things of Grandpa's as well. First, she found a hidden passage under the stairs. Inside were strange dolls, magic objects, naked, faceless figures. I heard those cryptic utterances and merely nodded. In order to keep the game of make-believe going, I only pressed for details where I thought necessary. The faceless dolls could be a simple metaphor for the anonymity she feels in her own home. The hidden passage, I am unsure of what to make of that. The revealing of the concealed seems to be thematic in her fantasy. The door under the stairs is but one example. The darkness in the shadowy corner unnerves you. You cannot explore here without some form of light. Okay. There's another trash pile. And nothing I can do with it. Okay. Once she removed the panel and found the magical hidden passage, she was very specific about what she took. She found a magic book, a magic doll, a photo of her late grandpa, and magic glue. Mannequins, of course. Take doll. Oh, slouching doll. Its material is rough and coarse. Okay. Just gotta grow my grandpa, yeah! It's definitely not Jade the Unwanted this time. Papers crudely bound together to form a book. Eurasian steppe shamanism and the fusiform Giras, the interdisciplinary study in sympathetic magic. A dissertation by Jacob Hart. Okay, we're reading a book. The impetus of this research was in the recognition of a particular pattern in the fragments of documents relating to magic and magico-religious practices. Numerous sources were drawn from: commentaries on laws relating to the banning of sorcery and necromancy, compilations of folk charms relating to love spells, hagiographs of saints and their encounters with devils. The list spans many centuries and a great distance, from the Levant of Khaganate to the border of the modern nation-states of Russia and Kazakhstan today. This is the most normal thing. I'm actually going to turn up this volume so you guys can hear how unsettling this is. It's highly unsettling. From this paper trail arose a consistent account about a certain form of magic relating to the binding of demons to a sorcerer's will. A demon called the Heaven of Needles, or the Angel of Needles, gee, I wonder if that's what's over by the wall, was known to be kept best by shamanic keepers or wards who suffer from face blindness, prosopagnosia, whether by birth or through developmental causes like a stroke or head injury. It was known to be extremely effective but terribly dangerous, so much so that it became outlawed several times and was generally a popular scapegoat relating to unexpected death. Okay, I'm on the last page. This is so much reading. I'm not used to reading this much. Let me have another sip of my coffee. I'm barely into this game and I'm reading so goddamn much. This nexus of magico-religious meaning-making, sorcery regarding human-related desires, and the history of and science of neurological disorders related to the fusiform gyrus, which is the subject of this dissertation, will reside. I will outline further and then analyze the historical sources I mentioned previously, and I will go into the neurology of mystic and magico-religious experiences. I know it's mostly reading. I may take a break after a little bit and go get some tea, but I'll deal until then. After that, I will detail my ongoing correspondence with a resident of the Ural Mountain region who is an expert folklorist and keeper of traditions he claims have been passed down through his extended family for generations. Okay, what's this? Oh. Excuse me. Your grandpa looks like Waluigi. Wow. Grandpa looks like Waluigi, like seriously. It looks like he even has the hat on. Perfection. Wow. Glue. All-purpose glue, which is apparently magic. Listen, it's fine. I interrupted to ask what she did with these magical, mysterious materials. Grow Grandpa, she explained plainly, and then, without missing a beat, she continued on with her story. Feeling this was a potent symbol, I stopped her again to ask what she meant. Somewhat puzzled that I did not understand her immediately, she explained slowly. Grandpa lives in the cage in the other room, the cage behind the door. They grew people in the cage. We are growing, Grandpa Kabir. And how are you? I hope you're doing well. I don't like this closet in the slightest. Pardon me. I'm just... Is there anything I can do over here? No? Okay, fine. This is such a strange game. Door. A hastily written note. Excuse me, I would like to read that note. Beyond the door in the room, the cage was hidden, concealed in another cloak of inward-facing mirrors. Great, great. Oh god, point-and-click games are the scariest. I actually love point-and-click games. A hidden cage lined with mirrors. It is strange, almost poetic, the elaborate fantasy of self-reflection, concealment, and captivity. At the cage, she finally cast her spell. Oh, what's up? What's up, Your Highness? What's going on? I will await for a moment so I can see what you have to say. At Dead of Night? Yes! I have! I want to play it. It reminds me of, like, Myst. We keep on going back to Myst lately from a variety of games. Like Myst and Riven. Ah. Play it and cry? Oh my god. Oh, okay. I will consider it. I will consider it at the very least. But it was confusing, she confided at first. She took the magic doll, the magic glue, and the photo of her grandpa. She combined them, and she wished very hard. Oh, thank you for the Squire check. You got 13k points? Oh my god. Thank you for the Squire check. I don't know what to do with such great power. That is a lot of power. Oh no. I can only assume in this fantasy that next wish would come true, and what child's story would it not? Human representation, generic human figure, glued together. Oh! A tangible symbol of intention and desire. She put Grandpa in the cage, assuming that was part of the ritual. She was not clear on how it worked. What precise instructions she could glean from her grandfather's magic book was complicated by her reading comprehension. She wished with all her heart, and then she told me she waited for a while for something to happen, and after that time she began to cry. To be fair, my sis has been here since before I even hit affiliate. I cried really hard, she said. I wanted Grandpa to be back. I wanted my parents to stop being so mean. And it hurt me. It heard me wish for my grandpa to come back and for my parents to be different. I could feel it through the walls and felt it in the air. Oh God. Hi Tyler, hello. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well tonight. I asked her what exactly she meant. She could only repeat what she said. By this time, lunch was almost over. I said goodbye to Adrian, and she left to rejoin her class. I was left to consider our conversation. I believe the storytelling strategy I have employed was not unfruitful, but I must probe deeper if I can. Although I can be sure of nothing I interpret, the impressions I get may begin to help me get an idea of the right questions to ask. Coffee biscuits, oh my goodness. You want to prevent me from cursing for a straight hour. I think we're just like the school guidance counselor. That's all I can really glean from this. Knowledge you acquired this week has given you access to certain topics or keywords you can discuss with Grandpa. You have gained the conversation topic wish. Ow. You have also gained the following keyword, shell. Week 2. All right. I met again with Adrian in order to address her emotional outbursts in the past few weeks. It is our second time meeting, and while it is standard practice to have multiple sessions with a troubled student, as I assembled a report for the counseling department, I could not help but think, as we sat down in my office, that Adrian already seemed to show remarkable change in self-esteem and confidence, and perhaps my and Mrs. Richardson's estimation of her as emotionally disturbed was erroneous. The paralyzing shyness and withdrawn attitude Adrian possessed last week was not entirely diminished, but she seemed to hold herself differently this week. However, it only lasted as long as our conversation pertained to the initial introductory pleasantries. When I began once again asking about her parents, her feelings regarding her new school and her new home, she quickly lost what new confidence she had gathered up and withdrew again into herself. So once again, I partook in some collaborative make-believe, but this time I was aided by the fact that I had managed to do some research into Adrian's grandfather, and had some insight into what she might actually be finding in the basement. Now, this may be overstepping my bounds as some school counseling caseworker, but this was all in the service of making Adrian comfortable and happy in this learning environment. In any case, I was able to dig up information regarding the grandfather by inquiring at the university in town. Not that I make it a habit of sleuthing, but I had a suspicion that the grandfather was a professor there, or at least some sort of researcher, due to the fact that the newly constructed laboratory on campus I drive by every day bears his name in memorial. He was some sort of anthropologist or linguist or neuroscientist. I did not have to dig that deep before the scope of his work became dizzying and I ran up against the limits of my undergraduate education. But back to the make-believe. What is your grandpa like? Is he a smart man? Not anymore, but I'm teaching him. So he's grown a good deal then. You have been feeding him well? Yeah, he is getting bigger, but he has a lot of room in his cage. He's still behind the bars? Yeah, well, he might be able to climb out eventually. There's this vent in the ceiling. Well, perhaps if he climbs out, I could meet him someday. Yeah, maybe. But he's not ready to leave. He can't take care of himself. I have to feed him, pick up after him. Oh, you store the food in your lunchbox? That's nice of you to share. He can almost talk. You cannot speak with him? He doesn't have a mouth, sort of. Oh. But how do you feed him? He has a mouth on the outside. On his shell Or the stuff that is his skin. I'm a little confused. Maybe you can go through a typical day with your grandpa? Okay. I asked her to explain how exactly she goes about growing her grandpa, and Adrian began to tell another tale. According to Adrian, in the week that had passed, much had changed in the basement. And here we go. We're back. Everything from before was gone. Okay. Lab orientation. Okay. Wake Grandpa. It was scary at first, she said. The way he moved, the way the doll skin covered him. I wanted to interject. This somehow seemed inappropriate, but I kept listening. Raggle Fraggle? Hi, Czar. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good evening so far. When I look at him, she continued, when I think about him, he grows and moves. It's like he's growing for me. So he's growing bigger now, I ask. Yes, she said, bigger every day. Oh! I hate it. I hate it. Okay, so, oh my god. Your Highness, why? Why would you do this to me? This begins the actual growing part of growing your grandpa. Beneath the doll's burlap skin, the follicles knit together what resembles a proper person, your grandpa. You are in charge of its cognitive development and diet until it is able to sustain itself. Currently, you are observing Grandpa. Please click on the arrow back button for a brief tutorial as your duties as caretaker. Here we can see a variety of options regarding growing your grandpa. Highlighted in red are the objectives related to feeding and teaching Grandpa. Important messages regarding your Grandpa's recent activity will also appear here. You will need to find it food and learning material before you can move on to the next week. Some foods will make Grandpa happy, others merely content. Some food will make Grandpa disgusted to the point of nausea. Learning material is also scattered throughout the basement. Seek out vocabulary cards intended to help teach English and basic anthropoidic concept formation. The options highlighted in red are related to navigating around Grandpa's enclosure. The Go to Grandpa option will let you perform all actions directly related to Grandpa: feeding, teaching, and observing. Accessing the study corner will let you go over any documents you pick up as the weeks go by. It is a good idea to learn about the work of the people who last occupied the space. Accessing the kitchen corner will let you search for food in the old refrigerator and prepare food for Grandpa if need be. Help button will replay this tutorial. Save game, that's pretty self-explanatory. Exit game is also very self-explanatory. More buttons may or may not appear depending on your development of Grandpa, so watch out for them. One final note, take care to explore the basement at your leisure. However, due to the entropic nature of clutter and trash, different weeks may allow you to find things you had not previously discovered. Good luck. Thank you. I appreciate the good luck. Time to clean. Let's see if I find anything. Oh. I found blueberries. It looks edible. Grandpa might like this. Okay. I hate that there's dolls in here. Before we began, he had us all cover our faces completely. An earthenware pot was illegible, and on the inside we stole brief glances at it. We could see the interior was inlaid with mirrors. The illegible gave it small pieces of dough, spoiled food, chicken feed. Illegible, keeping it content. The keeper gestured towards a small bag where the food composited and told us to be careful not to feed it any meat. I asked if the rotting food was enough to sustain it, and how might it get nutrients from any of this? The keeper regarded me seriously and said it did not matter what it was fed. The act of feeding itself was what mattered. The act of feeding flesh is another act. However, he gave me another series of grave warnings regarding not keeping any animal-derived foods near where I may be keeping it. Okay. That is a safe. Okay. Folder full of radiographic images. You can examine this later at the study corner. Okay. Oh, the trash pile. Woo! Well, hi, Nightwolf. Hello, hello. How did your stream all finish up? Point and click game? Oh, this one's unnerving as fuck. Fiberglass insulation. This isn't really food. Grandpa might eat it, however. Okay. This is such a weird game. It only gets better from here. You say that. I don't trust that. A simple paper doll might be useful in construction of magic symbols. Okay. Cool. I guess. Bulbous growth? Something appears to be growing from the wall. You take a closer look. Oh god. Oh god! A pulsating sac, the slimy membrane of its skin seems to be containing something. Might be able to be opened with a blade. How dare I doubt you? Oh my god. Hello. I can teach it hello. Corroded battery. This isn't really food. Grandpa might eat it, however. Oh my god. Okay. Alrighty. This is definitely a day. Look over documents. There's orientation notes. Okay, so I got radiographs. If it'll let me look at them, pretty please. It's like, you can review it at the study corner. Won't let me review at study corner. Okay. So a day in the life of a D class? Yes. It's been raining all day here. Ooh, sounds nice. Okay, lab orientation. 1. For the sake of university policy and the health, pardon me. Let me get my voice going this. For the sake of university policy and the health of any future career you hope to have, you will abide by the non-disclosure contract you have signed. Number 2, do not break the anthropoidic vacuum without any prior consultation and approval. Number 3, any anthropoidic forms brought into the enclosed area must not be left unattended. When not in dormancy, the sample will attempt to take anthropoid shells. Please see shell notes for more on that. Okay. Alright. Orientation 02! 4. The sample's exposure to some of the neuronal activities is unavoidable, however, at the speed of which its desirous yield is produced and can be dampened by several precautions regarding libidinal and emotional urges. Sorry, some of these words I am not familiar with right off the top of my head. It takes me a moment to pronounce. Keep conversation not related to the lab work to a minimum. If you begin to suspect you are developing attachments to your colleagues, contact me as soon as possible. Okay. Ritual behavior with the sample, trading, and bargaining will result in dismissal from the project. The precise mechanism of the exchange of symbols and gifts required for a requested desirous yield is not known, and even the anecdotal accounts of success are illegible, end in violent death. Oh. Regarding growth cycles, every time Whiskers regenerates and leaves dormancy, it is to be logged as a new propagation. The sample's bodily existence cannot be illegible, i.e. cannot be cut from the whole, so there can only be one living propagation. Propagations are to be terminated after 5 weeks. Any further developments puts us at risk. Termination procedures will be posted and followed with extreme care. With all of that out of the way, I want to welcome you to the project. I look forward to working with you, Dr. Hart. Okay. Well, this is definitely getting interesting here. Okay. Educational posters. Oh, look, it's the alphabet. Woo! Okay, let me search some file cabinet. Oh, God. What's that? Cashews! Nice. That actually startled me because you did that right when the paper came up. God damn it. Okay. Read now. It was said to pass from one family of steppe people to another, but pressed on its ultimate origin, illegible, somewhere to the south, coiled in a bowl, covered in incantations, buried upside down by a graveyard, a common late antiquity demon trap.
Hello there.
Hello! Hi, bestie, how are you? Steppe people, yes. We're in the Azim steppe now. Hopefully not an Ornir thing, fuck. Hopefully it's not. But yes, hi, how are you? Hope you're doing well tonight. The keeper, an elderly man in failing health, was ready to expound on and on about the dangers of the organism, but when I asked for more pointed questions about the history of its acquisition, I was given curt responses that had a way of circling back to vague warnings. Nothing else I can take in here? Okay. Search the second one. Oh, hey, Grandpa. I can teach it how to say Grandpa. Awesome. Alright, last drawer. Cleaning, 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 cleaning. I'm doing what my parents told me to do, which is to come down here and clean. You remove the taped down fabric to reveal the cabinet's wooden bottom. Oh! A note regarding cleanup procedures. Biohazard bin. Okay. Got a new conversation topic. Notation regarding sample exoskeletons. Research participants, please take note. Each growth from a cycle does not require a shell, but you may find the sample will often try and seize on something somewhat flexible it can grow into, along with any desirous yield it may generate, or else it will move from one shell to the next as it outgrows them. In the small amount of time I have spent with it in preparation, I have noticed it tends towards human forms. However, we should keep a tight lid on the anthropoidic seal in order to be cautious before we begin to experiment with exposing it to long-term anthropoid stimuli. Dr. Hart. Okay. So I did get another document here. To my colleagues, I don't mean to be overly severe in tone, but Dr. Hart's work is very important and the material we are working with is potentially very dangerous. I will be handing out a copy of this note to remind everyone I am not trying to single any particular person out. We all have misconceptions about the nature of this project from time to time. With that out of the way, here are some things to keep in mind. 1. The active growth must be thoroughly terminated via the correct procedures at the very least 4 weeks after dormancy is interrupted. It doesn't matter what you've done or haven't done regarding tests or procedures or how much the anthropoidic vacuum has been disrupted. We are not ready to go beyond 4 weeks at this point. A step-by-step guide to termination has been posted by the enclosure wall. Please, please, please do not place the educational posters over this posting. 2. Do not disrupt the anthropoidic vacuum without Dr. Hart's prior consent. In case of any emergency where the vacuum is disrupted, put on your equipment and begin the lockdown procedure. Make an extensive note of when and how the breach occurred. If you find the habitat empty, page Dr. Hart immediately and do not attempt to speak with anyone else. This thing can get very smart. I'm sure you are all well aware of the stories heard on our acquisition trip. The greatest caution should be used when dealing with a potential aggressive mimicry scenario. Please seek me out if you have any more questions. Okay. You slip the radiographic images you found on the machinery's display. After dormancy. Oh. I'm not sure I want to read all those notes. Let's see. Go to kitchen corner. Search upper fridge. Lettuce! I found lettuce. And a banana. Good. I guess I'll conceal fiberglass insulation? Alright. Save game. Go to Grandpa. Observe. Examine Grandpa, noting its movements, respiration, and general mood. Seems you have to go out of your way to read so much. Yeah. Grandpa seems sort of sluggish and bored. You get the feeling it may be more content once fed or taught a word or two. Feed Grandpa. Yes. Grandpa has simulated the production of tooth enamel to mimic a human mouth. You will need to be fed through this in order to properly learn and grow. First from the lunchbox. Okay. Contents will be displayed. Select an item. Doing so will fill your hand with this item. Go to Grandpa. Stretch the food by the smell. Most foods Grandpa will accept, however, getting Grandpa to consume other things requires some culinary deception. I kind of already did that. Grandpa will then consume the food. Good luck on feeding Grandpa. Okay. Feed Grandpa. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. Causing some indigestion. With the sudden lurch, Grandpa empties its stomach contents onto the floor. Pulled together in front of the cage. Okay, you know what? Yeah. I don't know. I do not know. Okay. Go to Grandpa. Examine stomach. Still somewhat wet. Oh, okay. Okay. Hi, Grandpa. Would you like some cashews? Here, have some cashews. Alright, I have fed Grandpa. Okay, so now got a key. I know I saw a safe somewhere. Cabinet. Bottom drawer. Pops open. Aha! A photo of your mother as a young woman. look up any of this other stuff? Okay, well. How long does a grandpa crop usually take to grow? I don't know. I have no idea. I am weirded the fuck out right now. Okay. Let me go to the door. Go to study corner. Go over documents, paper doll. I don't know how to put things together is the only problem, because, yeah. Actually curious right quick. Oh wait, I didn't mean to click that. Ah! Skip! 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 Alright, I wanted to go to Grandpa right quick. I gotta teach him words. Teach Grandpa. Would you like a tutorial? Yes. Okay. 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 Hi! I don't like this. Oh. Okay. Having completed the lesson, you take a look at the back of the vocabulary module card and the notes that were written by administrators of the past. And the word for today is what the fuck? Yes, exactly. Sloppy articulation. Module comments see below. We are already encountering some difficulty as Whiskers subjectively is so much determined by a diverse and dynamic array of influences. It attempts to mimic the thoughts and desires that it passively intercepts, and these imitations go on to structure the basis of its identity. Procedure nougat for morbid. I mean, only later in Whisker's growth cycle can it begin to form an identity or identities that are coherent and capable of resembling a sane, rational human being when engaged in conversation. One must imagine how hard it would be to converse with someone who is not yet oriented in a particular way to those towards who or how they are, because they might have 20 different honest answers to those questions, all of them mixed up and muddled together. Thank you for the hydrate, sis. Because of this, we have started the basics of conversation. Greetings, partings, identifying one another, forming questions, etc., etc. It is fortunate Whisker's current growth, number 19, I believe, has developed a mostly accurate human mouth simulation. Hello was a bit of a challenge in the previous growth as it had failed to develop an adequate organ to act as a human tongue. Alright. Time to teach him one more word. Yes, I'm going to teach him the word grandpa. I hate it. Hi, Miri. Hello, hello. Oh, he actually did all right with that one. Something about the shaking looks super unsettling. It does. It's so unsettling. Okay, that's all about just teaching it family stuff. Alright. I think I'm done for this week, so let me save. Ease. End week. Yes. Grandpa's name is now Mingus. Oh no! Oh, name generator. Alright. Time for us to figure out a name for Grandpa, I suppose. Let's see. Let me go to the name generator website. Alright. We'll do... Okay. Nationality. This name generator is like very in-depth. Jode the Unwanted? Oh no. Pingus Mingus. I mean, we could just do Mingus. So, okay. Zavala? Oh no. I just did it randomly on a name generation website just for shits and giggles, and the name is Professor Thomas Michael, with the nickname of Mickey. I got lots of stuff. Language. Oh, I forgot to talk with him. I'm not sure I want to, though. But we'll go with Mingus. I'll go with Mingus. I thought her name was Mrs. Richardson, not Mrs. Richards. Okay. Mrs. Richards approached me the other day in order to remark on Adrian's development. She noted how much more at ease she appeared when called upon in class, or when asked to participate in group exercises. I told her I had seen this change happening as well, and that as much as I would like to take credit for it, I can only guess dimly at what might be reshaping her attitude. Mrs. Richards posited that it was perhaps Adrian's family moving into their grandfather's property that caused the change. It apparently is out in the country, in a wooden area, full of wide open space and far from the bustle and noise of the city. The grandfather, Dr. Jacob Hart, had jointly purchased the land with the university he was employed with and began constructing what he was intending to be a satellite campus for a burgeoning psychological anthropology program he had a hand in establishing. So this is just invention of the body snatch? I don't think so. Because it's growing its own body. So I'm not sure. Only one building ever ended up being constructed after Dr. Hart died in a car accident when driving back from the property one day. Eerily, at almost the exact same time, a grad student who was assisting Dr. Hart on some sort of project at the property vanished without a trace. The property sat in disuse for years as it was tied up in the legal battles between Dr. Hart's next of kin, the university, the vanished grad student's family, and the other students Dr. Hart was working with. Eventually the case was settled out of court. Only recently did the property fall into the possession of Adrian's mother. Obviously, I was not going to relay this whole tragic story to Adrian, who, for all I know, believes her grandfather to still be living in the basement of his home. Besides, I thought she might already know all of this. Perhaps the elaborate story she was constructing was her own way of escaping the morbid details of a life, or perhaps lives, cut short by the cruel force of fate and the cynical adults who squabbled in the aftermath. I determined, perhaps, the storytelling she was and continues to engage in should not be encouraged by me, at least not in the way I went about it before when I made active inquiries into her strange fantasy of a semi-sentient ball of skin. When I saw Adrian, I did not bring up her grandpa or ask questions about his growth. Adrian could not stop talking about it, however. I had no choice but to weather her bizarre and enthusiastic effusions about her new best friend. gonna have a sip of my coffee. Which is now cold. That's fine though. Adrian, maybe we can talk about something else. I'm not sure I'm following you exactly. He's gotten so big. He has so many whiskers that come out and I can see them move around when I think about him. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm so happy Grandpa is back. He's so much cooler than Mom and Dad. Once again, for what it's worth, I have put down the story she told me as best as I could. Adrian once again told me about growing her grandpa. Alright. Back to the trash piles. We're at it again. Oh, I found a kiwi. So, let's see. I do hope everyone's doing well tonight. Is there anything else for me to clean up? Aha, there we go. I'll clean this space, will not be dirty again until next week. Cabinet. Everything's all dirty again, why? Oh, well, but unnerved. Oh, hey Dante, I'm doing well so far. I'm highly unnerved. Just like Zarthus was just saying, but I can totally talk, it's fine. Top drawer, what do we got? More trash, woo! And doll faces. Woo! I hate it. Put it there. I'm just enjoying watching you grow a human. I mean help. I can't do anything with any of that. Okay. Another trash pile. Okay, nothing there. What's this? Potato! Guys, I found a potat! The potat will save us all. Water him in something if you're going on a trip. I mean, I don't think he needs to be watered. What this? Life. I get to teach him the word life. Another trash pile. What's this? Indecision. Wow, I'm teaching him the big words now. That's not a plant. It is not a plant. It is a plant? I mean... I don't know. I don't know. It's too dark over here. Okay, fine. Fine. I'll go through the door. It's fine. Enter. Wee. You should try to talk with Grandpa. I will this time. I will this time. Don't worry. Kitchen corner. Oh. Found a pear! It looks edible. And a strawberry. Yay. Well, first let me go take a look at Grandpa and see how he's holding up. Go to Grandpa. Observe. How you doing? Oh, he's even more spindly. You examine Grandpa, noting its movements, respiration, and general mood. Grandpa's gums are bleeding slightly, and its skin seems overly dry. It may need food packed with vitamin C. A kiwi fruit would be an excellent remedy. Alright. So let me... Thank you for the Squire check. Hang on, I'm gonna feed Grandpa a kiwi. Take that. That should help. Get that vitamin C. The meal appears to have been sufficient. Okay. Grandpa grunts in appreciation and locomotes towards its favorite corner. Oh, right. You go sleep now, work in the morning. Good luck with the growthing. Thank you, Loka. I hope you have a good night. And I will be hopefully, well, I will hopefully see you on Wednesday. But let's see here. Okay, I gotta teach a vocabulary. I might try and get it to throw up something again. Maybe. Prepare food. Pair with the battery. Okay. I put the battery in the pair. Go to Grandpa. See how he's doing now. Content and ready to cooperate. Okay. I will give you more food. Cause some indigestion. Okay. Let me go back over to Grandpa and examine the stomach content. Scissors! I can go cut into the bulbous growths now, I think? I'm glad you're spacing out your streams. I was worried you were pushing yourself too hard. That's fair. Cut him? No, is my grandpa. I'm not gonna cut him. I'm gonna do this though. Glue together. So that's how you do it. Offer mother doll. Grandpa doesn't appear interested in the moment. Okay. Cut the bulb. Oh my goodness. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go see what else I can find now that I can cut those open. Clearly disappointed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll give you more here in just a minute. Trash pile. Bulbous growth. I cut it open. Oh god, however you just barely hear near silent slithering of something, or maybe it's just oh god. I hate it! I hate it! Oh god. Anthropoid Remnant 2. Grandpa may enjoy the flesh. Little friends, okay. Alright, I know there's another bulbous growth somewhere. I think it's over here. There it is. It's not possible to take a look inside. Okay. I hate it. There's another one. Ew. Anthropoid Remnant 1. I hate it. Okay. I will feed you, Grandpa. It's okay. I'll give you this one. Oh. Sends it Cilia into a wave of frenzy. I don't like that. It said not to feed it meat. But I fed it meat. Welcome to the spoopy ASMR stream. From within the folds of its body, a wiry proboscis appendage begins to emerge. Put that away! I don't want that. Maybe we're taking a look. Proboscis, okay. I'll give you a potato. Here, have this. Maybe that wasn't the best choice. Oh god. Grandpa grunts an appreciation and look amongst to its favorite corner. Okay. Go to Grandpa. Let me teach Grandpa. Now offer the doll? Grandpa doesn't appear interested at the moment. Let me teach Grandpa first. Life, yes. Okay. You're doing alright. You're doing alright. I'm not reading all that because my voice will give out. Go to Grandpa. Teach Grandpa. Indecision. Big word. Big word time. If it isn't the repercussions of my actions. Yeah. Don't feed it the meat, does it anyway? I mean... the fucks I give are none. I know I'm gonna die horribly from this. So it's fine. Okay. Go to Grandpa. Let me chat with him first. Grandpa accedes to your request. It approaches the bars and begins to unknit its skin. Oh! The inner Grandpa, though still not fully formed, is revealed. It may be fruitful to speak with it if it can respond. Ew! 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 Ask about Wish. Grandpa still struggles somewhat to speak due to its underdeveloped tongue, mouth, and jaw. However, it manages to rasp out an answer. Hunger is not enough. On the walls of the cave, the Auroch can be hunger transformed. Desire is fulfilled by pain. Your grandpa doesn't have the right words right now. I can only say I love you. Love is not enough, though. Desire is not enough. Project it outwards. Make it true to yourself. If only in symbol, then it will be enough. For me and for you. It's about Grandpa's shell. The power of Christ compels you, yes. Grandpa still struggles, someone to speak, okay. Something to grow in. My skin is not the doll skin. My skin is not like your skin either. I can still feel your eyes on me inside my shell. I have many eyes to see, but I don't need them as much as I need your eyes, with which I can understand as seeing me. There is a cycle of attention. You give me myself, but I am still not that. Slowly I form a human shape, and you see me more as human, and I become that. Grandpa's... They keep putting me in a box, sleeping and then set a light, and then in a box in the corner, in the darkness. Most of you couldn't read then. The scribe came and wrote what everyone said. They wrote on strips of bark with thin reeds. No, it was not that. It was a paper posted somewhere. It had words to open the box. I was half dead in the box. The part of me that dies was put there for a long time. That part of me and other things they threw in. A refuse pile, papers they discarded. Grandpa is old. My lives were easier before I made myself to speak and before you made clothes to wear and rules to obey. Your grandpa remembers. I have learned much in many lives and deaths. Keep speaking with me. I love talking with you and learning from you, and it helps your grandpa so much. Soon I will be everything you would like me to be. It's about little friends. The little ones, they grew like seeds off my skin, worms fall off my body, thoughts falling off of me, dreams put there by others. When I was under the ground, I made only very few. Shepherds walked through the grave, and I saw them lusting for their wives, and my skin made their loving faces. I called them out into the darkness with their loved voices. One by one I took their shapes and their skin and blood. That was a long time ago, before stone buildings, before orders of angels and words and symbols. I'm sorry, Grandpa is thinking, but there's little left over from others too. I am still so hungry for flesh, part of me is. I would even eat one of them that fell off of me. Well, I gave you one earlier. I can't help it, they grow off of me, they fall and grow in the dark, grow around me. The proboscis, oh no. Yeah, I guess he is a plant. Oof. Oof. It's just Grandpa having a bad hair day. Well, time to drop a colony on Earth. I'm justified at this. What are you talking about? This is just like a Mandragora. At least the ones in Final Fantasy XIV that have faces, even though this is a lot more horrific. Yes, that is a part like a tongue. I was lost in the mountains and so thirsty. I was walking up a hill and found a lamb and drank from it with my tongue, and I fell asleep for a long time. I woke up as a half-formed child. I had died before. My grieving mother had remade me. We had made a contract and she completed it. I do not remember more. Goodbye. You motioned to Grandpa to approach and point to the thin protuberance. Grandpa silently ambles closer to the bars and fully extends it towards you. Okay. The minuscule needle extends from the tip. There appears to be one more thing you must give, if only for the sake of propriety. Blood. Okay. Grandpa appreciated your blood offering. It will receive a symbol or totem from you now, although only one per offering. As the blood-fed proboscis retracts back into the folds of the fabric, you step away from the bars. Here, take this. You approach the bars and hold out the mother symbol you created. Grandpa's spines quickly reach out and envelop the doll before drawing back. The doll quickly vanishes within the folds of Grandpa's skin. Constructing and then offering your mother's image to Grandpa, symbolically sated by blood, instills you a concrete sense of completion. Grandpa gives a soft affirming grunt as it senses deep within your mind the ritual transformation of your desire. Thank you for the hydrate. So the mother is Tiamat, the mother of all monsters? Yes, totally. Although Grandpa must receive both mother and father totem before the fulfillment of your wish is assured. Alright. It's telling me to explore the basement. I think I'm all done exploring the basement for now, though. Oh wait, no, I forgot one section. Study corner. I forgot to clean the file cabinets. I think that's it for this week. Would you like to end the week? Yes. I am done. Weekly summary. Mother doll was given week 4. All right. Whew. No, I used it. I gave an offering of my blood so I could give the mother doll. I already did that. Because it wouldn't let me give the mother doll until I had that. The time I have to spend compiling an evaluation on Adrian is almost up, and I still can't say what to make of her changes in mood. It is, of course, the case that children of Adrian's age are nowhere near finished learning and growing. I may have to simply be happy that Adrian was able to improve her attitude. However, something in the odd and occasionally grotesque stories she continues to bring up still strike me as meaningful. How's your week been, Adrian? Grandpa is almost ready. He's almost finished. Well, sort of. He's almost as big as his shell now. He has a face and he can talk pretty well, and almost has legs. I see. As before, I have put down the story she told me as best as I could. Once again, Adrian told me about growing her grandpa. We're back at it again, folks. is that? Bar soap. Alright, 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 alright. I'll go digging back in this again. Oh god. I think that's it for this one? Okay. Need to get some form of light cabinet. Don't mind me, guys, I'm just cleaning. And wondering why other things are just appearing every time I do this. Such a strange game. Meaning. Okay. I still can't pick these up. Bulbous growth. Oh god. Maybe I did the top drawer right? Yep. Hi. I hate you. I hate you so much. Why does it get dirty every week? I don't know. Don't ask. It's an anthropoid remnant. Trash pile. I don't know why this place just perpetually gets dirty. Watch, Grandpa's just roaming around. Oh, what that? Is that flatbread? It looks like flatbread. Is that flatbread? Yes! Flatbread! Oh, whoa, okay. It's a strange game. Nothing on the painting still. Okay. Hey, flatbread pog, yes. Totally poggers. Oh, there's another card to teach by. What that? Found a mushroom and symbol. Okay, cool. Alright, 3 acceptable foods. First things first, we're going to go to the kitchen corner. Apple! Oh goodness, thank you so much! Welcome back to your subscription, Akrios. Hello! But yes, thank you so much, Techno. I really do appreciate all the support you give this channel. Like, holy fuck. Well, first, let me go check on him. Go to Grandpa. Observe. Oh, he's sitting in a chair now. Grandma seems fatigued and almost anemic. Some of his spines appear brittle. Perhaps a more cooperative find iron-rich meal like meat. Okay, good. I saved something specifically for this. Go to kitchen corner. Prepare food. But I am going to do this first. Apple. Bar soap. Conceal. Alright, so first things first. Go to Grandpa. Feed Grandpa. Hello! So, I'm gonna give you this first. Add some cheese and sauce and veggies and chicken and bacon. Ooh, that actually sounds fantastic. Okay, it threw up. Hang on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Grandpa. I'm sorry. Oh god, you got creepy. Oh, flashlight. Nice. I can go check that dark corner. I'll feed you first, though. Okay, you need some meat. Cilia wave in a frenzy. Oh god. Here you go. Now the proboscis is back. Alright, give me this flatbread. There you go. And then this mushroom. There you go. Take those. Take those. Step away. Grandpa grunts in appreciation and locomotes towards his favorite corner. Okay, there you go. Alright, so let me save right quick, yes. Okay. Now we're gonna go over to that dark corner. Aha! There's another paper doll. What's this? A classical of alchemy. On three virtue of the prudent when dealing with devils, seen or unseen. These splendors and terrors of God's creations inhabit the world of both seen and unseen. And just as one will not grapple with a lion lest they be a fool, one will not approach a being of the mind or ether without a foreknowledge thereof. There are beings with no form hiding between towering columns of air and only appearing by slipping into the heart or mind of evil and unclean men. Grandpa find this palatable? Yeah, it's over there like, I am a monster. But still, there are more beings which straddled the realm between the seen and unseen creatures feeling through the air to see the heart and mind of men. It is only by God's grace and his angels and servants crushing these beings under heel that a magician might compel them to the magician's will, and so a magician must be perfectly clear and unerring in intent and ritual granted us by God, or else the devils, seen or unseen, will devour them, that being their nature. On the nourishing of devils of a particular type. Certain devils of a particular nature are nourished by the elements of fire, others by attention and prayer given to their idols, still others by stranger and more obscure means. By God's grace, the requirements for nourishing a devil as a part of a contract only requires a token of these givings, that is, a symbol. If a devil hungers after flesh and would strip a man to his bones in its devouring, the devil's hunger and nature which thirst for flesh may be held in abeyance in the ritual act of giving blood in only a few drops. However, the contract must be completed in full. If the magician errs and does not provide in the devil instruction and guidance, the devil, once abjured to do no harm upon the magician, will return to its devouring nature. Okay. Waste bin. I haven't found a code for this yet. Wonder if there's a code somewhere over here in the study corner. Oh. Actually, I didn't know I could take those down. Okay. Cover documents. The researcher will seal the enclosed bars, ensuring minimal gas leakage during the later fumigating process, and then retrieve the burn barrel and place it near the enclosure. At least 48 hours of time where the current growth cycle experiences no human-related stimuli. Do not enter the enclosure area nor any part of the basement. Or fucked up version of a golem. Ideally, you will not be on the grounds at all. After 48 hours, two researchers Researchers will enter the basement wearing their assigned mirror mask, mirror apron, and powered air purifying respirator. The researcher will use the vent system to fumigate the enclosed area, wait 30 minutes, then use the fan system to ventilate the enclosure, keeping the fans running during steps 3 and 4. Re-enter the enclosure area wearing your assigned mirror mask and aprons. The organism may or may not be in complete dormancy. If it is not in full dormancy, be assured that its capacity to act against you will be greatly diminished. With your assigned powered controls, quickly remove any enclosure bars needed to access the organism. Pull them aside for later reinstallation. Put the organism into the burn barrel, incinerate the organism thoroughly. Wait for any smoke to be properly cleared by the fan system. Oh, there's my code. 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 I'm actually alright for now. Like, I've gotten a lot better at reading for long periods of time. Well, hey Jack, how's it going? Welcome. Turn off the fans. One researcher will retrieve the nucleus from the ash and place it in a mirror box. The other researcher will sift through the ash and place any other substantial remnants in the biohazard bin in the room on the outside of the enclosed area. The bin is locked for safety purposes. The code is 323245. The researchers will fill out the termination form and leave it for Dr. Hart. Okay. That worked out. So I need to go this way. Waste bin. 3, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5. All right. Photo of your father as a young man. Okay. There we go then. Doing my supporter role and putting in my 4 streams to watch. That's fair. That's certainly fair. Thank you for coming by and for choosing one of my streams to watch. I appreciate it. We're dealing with some creepy shit. I can do that and that. Glue together. Okay. Go to Grandpa. So first we're going to teach him meaning. Do I admit that I'm a coward? Yes. So he's figuring it out bit by bit. Grandpa's learning how to speak. Go to Grandpa. I'm gonna teach you one more word. Symbol. Yeah, it's getting better at talking and I don't like it. Okay. So, now we're going to go to Grandpa. Oh damn, he full on standing there. Hi! How's it going, Grandpa? I don't like it. I don't like it in the slightest. Alright, gotta do another blood offering. Okay, thanks guys. Blood. Okay. Grandpa has appreciated your blood offering. It will receive a symbol or totem from you now, although only 1 per offering. Go to Grandpa. Offer father doll. Grandpa's friends quickly reach out and envelop the doll before drawing back. The doll quickly vanishes within the folds of Grandpa's skin. Constructing and then offering your father's image to Grandpa, symbolically sated by blood, instills in you a concrete sense of completion. Grandpa gives a small, soft, affirming grunt as it senses deep within your mind the ritual transformation of your desire. Although Grandpa must receive both mother and father totem before the fulfillment of your wish is assured. Knowledge you recently acquired has given you access to a new conversation topic to discuss with Grandpa. Completed contract. Alright, let's chat. Let's chat. Blood for the blood. Oh wait, this is not a blood lily? No, it's potentially a blood god. Oh god. I hate this. It has a face now. Grandpa loudly clears his throat before gently responding in a lucid, well-projected voice. Thank you so much for completing the contract. I'll definitely help you out with your parents. Just give me a little time and I'll be ready to act. I think you'll be very happy. Your grandpa is very happy too. You did it all by yourself, you know. I couldn't have helped you if I tried. I would have really not have liked to. Well, I did not want you to complete the contract. I would have hated that. But do you understand why I would have had to? Maybe you don't. So much of your lives are made up, and yet what comes to pass was always once a fiction. You doubt yourself and your plans before they'd even begun. And you believe what is in front of you as if the essence of things was not something you put there long ago. Too much doubt can suffocate even the surest thing. Only with patience and growth and nurturing does something become what it will be. Are those glasses growing from space? Yes. As soon you shall see. I wonder if he has more to say about anything now. Ah, you're asking me about your wish? When you wished for me to come back, that's when I knew I would. Your desperation was strong, and your wish for your parents as well. If you give me what I want, I'll give you what you want. You know, I love you. I am for you whatever you want, and I love you just as much as you love me. But desperation and love is not enough. People deep down know they can't get what they want, what they wish for, without some transformation. There is something that sits at the root of everyone's soul that understands the separation between them and eternity. You may desire something, but you know you will not get it without some movement on your part. So it is not enough to just wish, which you know will not work. You must wish and a little more to transform your intention into something that might fructify, or for desire to become reality. Ah, you're asking me about my shell. Oh, well, you see, I like to have something to grow in, something shaped like a person. It just helps to have something surrounding me when I don't have skin. My whiskers do the growing. My whiskers? Yes, you know, the hairy little things. I am part of it and it is part of me. However, my whiskers are what heard you wishing for me to come back, and so they went to work in the shell you provided. The shell also helps you envision me and what you desire. You have such a nice imagination. If it weren't for my shell, you'd have my whiskers exposed and knitting together my face, and that might interrupt the feedback loop of my reading your desires. And then acting upon the desires I have read, and then once again reading your reaction. We wouldn't want that interfered with. The material of the doll you put down is a good fit. It is not the most comfortable, but it is quite flexible, and thankfully my shell was able to adjust nicely to my growth. Okay. Ah, you're asking about the medical waste bin? I believe it's locked up. I heard them punch in the code many times before they placed part of a burnt-up dying self into the bin. They often forgot what the code was and had to go check on the wall, where they were always taping up sheets upon sheets of information, so much so that the new papers would cover the old. What do you think you would find in there? Well, perhaps something. They did throw trash inside from time to time, bits of paper and so forth. I remember seeing a man who looked quite like me. His daughter had given him a photo of her new boyfriend. He threw it into the bin in disgust and joked with one of his colleagues. It may still be in there for all I know. Yeah, that's what I just did. Grandpa loudly clears his throat. Okay. Ah, you're asking about language. Well, the more you taught me, the more I was able to learn myself by hearing what you were thinking and saying. A week ago, I could speak a little bit, but it was less of what you imagined me to be and not quite the talker I am at the moment. Part of what I am saying is, of course, made up of what you expect me to say. I think I am very comfortable being open and honest with you because I am your grandpa and I love you. And certainly that makes a part of what I am. However, there is a part of me deeper down, the thing that created me maybe, that undying nucleus. It is answering for me as well, and it is unaffected by whomever might shape what I become with their thoughts. Okay. Going through all this. Ah, you're asking me about my little friends. Well, yes, they come from me. They grow around me in pockets of flesh and protoplasm. Think of them like dreams, maybe. I'll explain. Have you ever had a dream that was sort of like a bunch of people, places, and events you experienced all mixed up together and jumbled up? It's a sorting through and disposing of the refuse of the mind. My little friends are like that, refuse. And in ridding myself of them, I am casting off the excess material I did not use in developing life forms. Anyone who comes close to me, well, they are my eyes, my nose, my skin. Their thoughts become mine and shape what I make. However, when I was alone for so long, I didn't have a lot of people near me. What you are thinking and expecting of me is shaping what I'm saying, how I'm saying it. Do you understand? And so, because I did not have enough input from my surroundings in order to put this material to use, the material falls from my body, crawls away, and usually dies. I'm able to make the most of my material when someone is looking right at me, projecting who I will be, like you are now. What you are thinking and expecting of me is shaping what I'm saying, how I'm saying it. Do you understand? Oh, you're asking me about my proboscis? It's just a little tube I keep to help me feed on blood. You could say it's my real mouth, but it's not really a mouth. It appeared because you fed me flesh, one of those little friends you found, I think. You feeding me flesh was a symbol, a proposition, if you will, that you wanted to hold up your end of the bargain with regards to your wish. If someone is willing to hold up their end of the bargain and let me feed on them with my proboscis, then they can move on to the next step of the agreement, providing me symbolic instructions. Hope this clears things up. Oh, do you have another question? Do I like the blood? Well, my whiskers, I believe they like the blood, and the flesh, it's strange. They are me, and yet they are not me. I am bound to them, they control me, and technically, yes, they did make me, however, you were the one who really grew me. In some ways, those whiskers, they are me, or a part of myself, or I am a part of it. That part is so much more animal-like. Whatever might happen, I know that I will always love you, and because it controls me, I might not be able to act how I would like, even if I do love you. Okay. Goodbye. Alright, that was interesting. I'm gonna end this week. Actually, let me say first. End week. We're on to week 5! Hang on one moment before I continue reading. I'm going to finish my coffee. Okay. I met with Adrian one final time in order to see if I could not reach some sort of resolution regarding her emotional trouble. In these past few weeks, according to the reports of her teachers and peers, she has shown a remarkable transformation in conduct. I would also add my voice to this consensus. It seems as if our time together much has changed for the better. I am not suggesting our meetings were the sole source of her sea change. Okay. I think something has happened in her home life that has reoriented Adrian completely. She seems to suggest as much, at least in her usually esoteric way, when we last spoke. Something tells me something may have changed with Grandpa. Yes, well, something did change. I will write down her words verbatim here. I went down the stairs like I always did, but I sort of felt like something was different. My parents weren't arguing, and I felt something had changed with Grandpa, too. There was a weird noise, but I wasn't afraid. I have a feeling I'm not going to like this. Well! I think Grandpa had to leave, but before he left, he made my parents nice. He reached inside and changed them. That was my wish. Maybe even what I was growing wasn't really my grandpa. Grandpa left what was growing behind. He is gone now. He moved quickly out to I don't know where, but I'll always love him. I dismissed Adrian soon after, letting her know it was a pleasure getting to know her. Despite my apprehensiveness about the speed of the turnaround she has made, I cannot see any reason why Adrian should be considered for further evaluation. As a counselor for Adrian, I let it be known that I believe she is of sound mental and emotional health. I am pleased to see things turn out this way, and if I may make a brief addendum. By happenstance, Mrs. Richardson bumped into the Hart family the other day while running an errand. She told me the parents were a little odd, but very pleasant, and quite clearly they adored their child. And that she had never seen Adrian happier. Well. There are 2 endings in Growing My Grandpa. You got the fulfilled contract ending. So yeah, okay, that was Growing My Grandpa. Oh my god, that was a weird one. So hi. I grew Grandpa, and he fixed parents. They no longer fight, which is honestly a relatively happy ending. Still made more sense to me than the lighthouse, that is fair. We did in fact grow a Grandpa. That was indeed a thing. It's such a weird game. It's so weird. But, like, okay, question book, pick a number. You know the drill. 21, okay. 21. Have I wandered aimlessly without worrying about where I am going? Yes, actually. That's me at most conventions I've been to. I used to go to conventions very often. Techno can attest to this. I would just wander around and talk to random people. It's just kind of what I did. So, yeah, there's that. Okay. We're done growing Grandpa. We're done with that for now. That can go away for now. Okay. So let me turn my flashlight back off here and do that and put my coat back on. And now we're gonna go over to this screen because I'm hopping all over creation now. Whee! Hi. Okay. So we grew Grandpa. We grew the Grandpa. We did a thing, and thank you for the Squire check. Let me do my stretchies. Okay. Hydrate. And music. So yes, we grew Grandpa. And that was definitely an interesting one. Apparently that person has made other games as well that are just as, like, weird. I am unsure about playing any more of those because of how weird that one was, to be completely fair. Chilla 2, oh no. No. By the way, we actually found out that Chilla's art is a pair of brothers that make video games. Did they make Discover My Body? Yes, that was also them. That was also them. Yeah. That was another one they made. I have a few other games that I'm thinking of playing in the near future. There's more Chilla's games that I want to play too. There's a lot of games I want to play. Even though, random side note, Chilla's Art is making a completely different type of game for their next one. And it's genuinely surprised me. Like, let me pull it up right quick. The next game they're making is called Jimu, which a challenging Japanese horror-themed boss hunting game that takes place in Japan centuries ago. The game features a non-linear open world with some RPG elements. Growing Grandma? No. Plague Tale would be fitting for Spook Month. I do actually have Plague Tale Innocence that I've been meaning to play for a while. So I might see about playing that a bit on Friday. And then playing some more on the following Monday for Halloween. But we shall see. But yes, so they are coming up with another one called Gmu for Chilla's art. And that one's coming soon, apparently. Totally watched that, looks good. Sequel came out, happy for that? Yeah, I heard about that. There's a couple more Chilla's art games I want to play though, like The Night Way Home. Oh, it's on sale right now. Oh ho! Tempting. There's also like Yuki Onna, there's Missing Children, there's Akamanto, Hanako, Onryo, Okairi, Teke Teke, and Eevee. So I might have a few more. You missed the end? I am so sorry. Long story short, to give a brief overview of what happened at the end. Grandpa fixed parents. Parents are awkward now but care for daughter. Chilla's games creep the fuck out of me, but they're somewhat comforting. I don't know, maybe from how many you've played. I mean, fair. They're good games. I actually enjoy how they're set up. Though, I will say the closing shift was a bit too creepy for my tastes. Like, there's a bunch of really creepy ones, but the fact that this lady had, like, a stalker that was following her around and, like, attacked her at the end? Yes, exactly. Exactly. It was awful, and I hated it. Stalkers are creepy as fuck. Learn from this, kids. Don't stalk people. But yes. So, for now, I'm gonna go see who we can raid, because my voice is trying to give out. It's like, hey, you know what's great? You've been talking for a while. Here's some pain. And I'm like, oh, I need to go make some tea. So yes, I will be doing that here in just a moment. But first, I'm going to go see who we can go pester. Who can we attack with a raid? Let me get over to my little creator dashboard here. Look. All right. Yes, we will be back on Wednesday with some Valheim. Should be fun. Let's see. Who can we go pester today? I would say... Let's go see Fitzy. Fitzy's raided a couple of times, and they're super sweet. So we'll go raid Fitzy today. So, thank you all so much for coming out and hanging out with us. Thank you so much for being awesome and for supporting my stream. I will be back again on Wednesday with some Valheim with my sis. So look forward to that. We're gonna try these mountains one more time and see what happens. But for now, hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I will see you next time. Have a good night.